For a while now, I've been wanting to kind of branch out with some of the aviation stuff I've done. I play a little bit of Flight Simulator 10 with some family, and that's fun and all, but the game's really dated, so it's kind of hard to really go all in. I mentioned at the start of my Tower 3D series, when I first bought the game, that I used to play a lot of other ATC style games, such as ATC Simulator 2. And I really enjoyed that, but it had a lot of issues because the voice controls that are garbage. And having to manually type all the commands when you're doing a busy control period was really not the most pleasuring experience to have in doing this type of a game. So for the last few weeks, even longer probably, I've been looking over some of my options to see what other games are out there. Not because I don't like Tower 3D, but because I want to try to do some other things and have some other fun with aviation and things like that. So I've had my eye on ATC Pro for a long time, but it's still $60. They've done a couple of updates. It's got some great voice control, but it's very limited as far as where you can actually control. The only real region that I care about in that one appears to be Atlanta, which I think would be awesome, but I really don't want to just have one area for $60. Likewise, they've had a patch in beta for almost an entire year plus now, and they've had some developer issues because they're a small team. And I looked at ATC Simulator 2 again and saw that they now have an HD version. Went to watch a couple videos and saw somebody try to play, I think it was 2016 or 2017. I saw two different videos, and they had the exact same voice issues that I had. So it's at least reasonably priced at $30, but I can't really find out a whole lot about the voice control because, well, there's not much out there on the voice control. So I think it's still in the toilet, but they have pretty much everywhere I would possibly want to control. So it's kind of a trade-off, and I'm not willing to spend money on either at this time. I'm going to keep doing research and see if something better comes along that kind of fixes some of those issues. Other games I've had was Sim Airport, and then this one, Airport CEO. Now, both were fairly similar, but Airport CEO seemed to be a little more in-depth and have some things that I liked a lot about it. So I went ahead and picked up Airport CEO on Steam sale. It was about $12, not a huge deal. I love the sim games. Cities Skylines, still one of my favorite games. I just don't have a lot of time to jump in and play it, and I'm afraid this is going to be kind of the same thing. But I do want to alternate and get some other things out there. So with all that said, let's jump in and take a look at Airport CEO. Now, I have not actually played the game yet. I've watched a couple short videos on YouTube just to kind of see what it's about and gauge that I would actually like it. So far, loving the sound, loving the look. The menus I like because it kind of rolls around like an old ticker board at an airport. So my original plan was to kind of play the game live as I went through and learned some things and started my first airport. That worked well for probably about half an hour, 45 minutes before I ran into some issues with the game. Not necessarily bugs, but just things that are kind of a little hidden, a little quirky, and it took me a little while to kind of figure them out. And I really didn't want to have that in the video just because it's a little boring. I'd rather just kind of show you the workaround or show you how to make it work, and it would play a little better. So I played the other airport probably 5 hours now. Ran into some very crippling issues and bugs, found ways of kind of fixing them. The airport is profitable, but I did kind of just screw around in that one and not really take it all the way. So I wanted to start a new airport to kind of build it properly now that I kind of have a little bit of an idea of what's going on and what we can do, because there's some neat things that you can do here. So I'm going to kind of build it in the same area. We'll just call it... Where was I? I think I was up here. Yeah, why not? We'll build it on the water. Right there. We're going to call this New Haven International and NHI. I think I am going to start it on easy. I don't know, my last one I did on moderate, and I was doing pretty well with the money. It was just taking a long time to generate additional revenue to expand. So I don't know. I think we'll go to easy again. I'm not sure what... I think Sandbox just unlocks more of the buildings and allows me to have the entire airport to play in. So, let's try to do this initial one in this more simplistic way to kind of show what the game's doing, and then I'll build another airport in the future and we'll do it on the more difficult one. Because my other airport, while it is profitable, I did have to spend like 15-20 minutes just on maximum speed, wandered off in the real world, letting the game just kind of accrue some money so that I could build some stuff. Alright, so I know how to use the menus now. Alright, so I'm going to pause it because, well, things cost money. So, what I couldn't show last time because I quit out is you have a pretty large swath of land to build a pretty big airport on. And that's going to get pretty awesome. Downside is they start you with just a piddly little square and your road is not exactly the most conducive that I would like. So, can I not build that? Delete that? I don't think it's going to let me. No, I can't. Good. I need to select that. Okay, fine. I will have to rebuild this anyway. So, one of the first things that kind of goes right up my alley with these games is when I play Cities Skylines and some of the others, I usually spend most of my time just staring at the screen, looking at the land, looking at areas, and seeing what I can build. And I'm mentally building, kind of like playing chess, where I'm mentally 15, 20, 30 moves ahead of where I currently am, trying to design the rest of the airport, and then I build up to that. And then I go live, let it expand, fill up, and then I build on to the next phase while that earlier one is already expanding and filling up. That can get expensive. And at least in the last one, I tried to be very careful in doing that, but I learned a few things about how I want to design the airport here. And initially, because I don't own this, I mean, I could unlock that, but that would be almost half my money gone, and then I'd have to rebuild certain things. So I am going to rebuild several aspects of it because my goal is up here in the middle to have the main terminal, and then I'm going to have spoke designs come off each area here, over and up, and then I will have 4 runways kind of off to the side here. I'm not sure if they'll all go up, down. I don't think they will, but we'll see. I may have them all go vertical. And then we'll have taxiways connecting everything together. We'll have large aircraft, small aircraft. We'll kind of block it out. But in order to start this, I only have this one road, and that's pretty much it. So in order to build that kind of spoked design, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this road back down to here, move it a little bit to the left and the right, because at some point I am going to have to build this road over, and then I'm going to drop my deliveries and things off down there, and then I will move up, and what will at some point be the end of the terminal, I will build the beginnings of my airport, and then we'll kind of see how it develops from there. Yeah, so not sure how well it's all going to work. We're going to probably have to do some remote things, not entirely sure. But I think that's where I'm going to start with. Unfortunately, I can't pull those back just yet. At least not in the way I want. So, we have to have a place for deliveries. So here's my contractor site and here's my loading site. So I have to have something for that in the world. Oops. And you can't build right up against the edge. So I'm going to leave 1 space buffer. We're going to drop those there. Alright, we're going to lock that in. Medium quality road. Let's see, I want to do a 6x2 and a 6x2. We'll start with that. Well, maybe. I can't do anything until that's destroyed. Alright, then let's get a contract in because I need to build my airport entrance. Pedestrian crossings, crosswalks. Yeah, you do kind of need to build a lot of this to allow the pedestrians to maneuver around, but you can see some of these road surfaces already have it. And then you end up having to build crosswalks and other stuff. So, I'm going to want a vehicle checkpoint here in a minute, but I need to build 2 bus stops, and I'm going to build 2 car drop-offs, and then I'm going to want to put a vehicle checkpoint in. I think I'm actually going to want to put the checkpoint in over here. That way they can get in to the airport. Because again, I'm going to have the airport here, and then the roads will be able to drive around, I hope. We'll figure it out. But that's the first part. All right. So that means that essentially right up here is going to be the start of our terminal. And the terminal is going to be longer than it is wide, and we're going to stack several wings off of it here kind of to begin with, and we'll grow from there. You can see we've already blown through $10,000 almost in just redoing that. So what I need to do first is get a contract to do some work. So these guys will offer me 54 total and 8.8. These guys cost me more, and I get less, whereas with these I get to save money. So we're going to sign with you guys. Alright, so let's unpause for a moment so that we can get the initial portion of this built. While they're doing their thing, we need to get some employees in. I don't really need to worry about that, but I do want to get a procurement director. I'm going to go for the cheapest one available. Okay, so a delivery truck dropped off all the building materials. Now we just got to wait for my contractors to show up and do their work before we run into problems here. I don't know why cars are coming down my road. Here's my bus. Drop them off. Nope, that's a delivery bus. Come on. You an airport shuttle? Dang it, bring me my workers. I needs my workers. Did I not accept the contract? I did. So bring me my employees. Usually they come on a white bus. Alright, well, while that's going on in the background, we're going to start building the terminal here. So in the build menu, we're going to select our terminal foundation. And I'm going to build it initially to be a little 4x3 section there. That will get them in the building, and then I don't want it to be quite that wide. We'll step it out and grow it. I think we'd better make it 1 more. Yeah, better do it 3. That way I have some room to do the lines. Alright, so this is where I start mentally thinking through everything, because I need to figure out about all my desks. So I'm going to have multiple check-in desks, which are going to need to have queues and run out to a baggage claim system. So in order to have a reasonable queue and not block the road, I'm going to have to do this 3 wide. So there's 3 out, 3 out. We'll start small, and then we'll just see what that requires here. Check-in desk. Yeah, I should be able to make a reasonable queue on that, and I'll have a couple of them there. I think that will work for now, but I'm just going to second guess myself, as is my nature. Come on. And we'll go out 1 more. And then I should be able to grow it out a little bit here. Alright, so that's going to be the main actual terminal. Let's get rid of all these unnecessary walls. And we are going to need to Build a replacement wall. Block that off. And we're going to need to put in a couple of doors. So put a door there and a door there. And why not a door in the middle? Alright, so let's put in a couple crosswalks to get everybody across the road, and now we have our main terminal. And now we need to do two things. We're going to need to build a security corridor that will allow us to get into the rest of the actual terminal here. So I'm going to build one that is too small than the rest of it. And that will allow for my exits, and then I will do, right, yep, another small one there for my security lines, and that will get us into the actual security area. Okay, so this is going to be my main terminal for now. Not too bad. Now I got to figure out what the heck's going on with these guys and why they're not actually building or doing anything. Okay, so, like I said earlier at the start of this, there can be a lot of problems in dealing with little bugs and little things that are somewhat hard to remember. So, I spent a little while, built this fancy thing, waited a moment, and then went, oh, okay, let's just start over. I think I encountered a bug or a problem. I think I built the areas before I was ready to build them. Nope. Turns out that actually I forgot to come to my operators and actually call them and have them show up to work. So I started everything over again and went, wait a minute, I remember coming in here and doing this before. And that's exactly what it was. So now I've got all these people down here, and apparently I didn't build this with a road connection here. I think I built service roads, which, you know, nobody said I'm a genius. Okay, let's demolish that crap. Here come all my little busy bee workers from up there. And they will make short order of this, and then I will be able to have my road. Okay, there we go. Now there will be supplies coming in shortly. There they go. At which point I will be able to demolish this up here and get to work properly. So here they come to do their job. Boom, 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 boom. Goodbye. Everybody goes to the other area. Okay, now we can build proper like. I think I went 6x2. To double check when everything gets rolling again, so I'm going to pause the game, giving me a chance here to do all of this crap properly again. Now you can see we're starting to have things take some shape. So now that I've got everything here, what I want to do is start kind of designing the inside of this. So I'm going to need a couple of check-in desks. Which, let's put one there, and actually let's build them up here for now, and then let's delete that one. Alright, so I have two check-in desks set up now. I'm going to have a security exit, and you can see it's going to go that direction, so I'm going to want to try and build it in kind of right here, which means that I need to build some extra parts to the airport, but we'll be okay with that. I think that is enough space for it. Must border an open and secure zone. Alright, so I need to D-zone those two. Actually, I'm just going to block that off for my exit, because I'm actually going to recess it in the other part of the building here that comes out to the terminal. Which I'm going to build right here. Three by two. Okay. Because again, I'm going to have planes on either side of this thing. And that's all going to be a secured area. Okay, so now long term, I'm not actually going to have that there. That's just where I'm going to actually have my security checkpoints. I should be able to get 1, 2, 3, 4 in there. So that should work out pretty well. Let's block this whole area off as a security zone. And to start with, we are just going to have... Dang it. Did I really do that one too many? We are going to place 1, 2, 3, and 4. I don't quite like that placement there. So I am going to... Oh, great. I undid all of my secure stuff. Little things in this game. We're going to put 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there for now. And then I can expand the area out as needed later on. Actually, I wonder if I could do that. Put in a medium one. No, that sucker's flipping huge. I am not going to be doing that. Okay. Design and aesthetics matter, so I will put 1 there, 1 there. There. We'll have 4 like that. Perfect. Alright, there's security. There's check-in. People are going to come into the airport. Let's line out a few things here. So we're going to put that there. And we'll put an information desk right there. Alright, now, a big thing that I learned is that people waiting for their planes to arrive and everything are going to need seating. And lots of it, actually, surprisingly. Once things get going, seating becomes a huge commodity here. And so to see, I'm going to have tons of room to expand and all this extra stuff. Alright. Let's put a couple of trash cans in. Actually, I don't want to block the aisles here completely, so let's not do that and say we did. Let's put the trash cans there, there, and there. Okay, there's my trash cans. Perfect. Probably find a better place for that at some point in the future anyway. Now, we have our security entrances. We're going to need some office space down here at some point. But we're also going to need to build a couple of restrooms here. So, I'm thinking it's going to be easier to say we can block this side off for restaurants and commerce, this side off for offices, and then right here we can build a decent little toilet. Because I'm going to need to have at least in this wing alone 4 or 5 check-in desks. So let's actually build a couple here so that I can block this out size-wise. Because this is going to be a pretty massive terminal by the time I do things. I'm going to end up having to expand to increase my flights, but I think this might actually work fairly well once I get it all going, because Yeah, there's going to be a lot of aprons that are going to be serviced by this in the planes, so... And I'm going to have 2 more on the other side. That's going to be 6. So in my last airport, I had 3 check-in desks. I had 4, and I was only using 3, actually. So this will be about the same, and I still have room to expand 2 more. Alright, so let's build a wall. Again, I'm going to have some minor offices down there. I don't want to block out too much because I want people to be able to move. I may not get to do much for an office here. You just have to be toiletry. Those actually don't look quite the same size, do they? Now they do, and that's unfortunate. But we'll give a bit more space to the ladies since they need full-on toilets. Alright, we're going to build little crappy doors there. And we may resize some of these once we actually see how this goes again. Yeah, I'm not going to need toilets that big. That's retarded. That is stupid big. So let's do this. I like having that there. It's 2 spaces for a singular toilet, so... I'm going to need to have a staff waiting area, so I think I might be able to build that down there as well. And now... we should be able to see what this gives us. You're a bathroom. And you're going to be a bathroom. Alright, so now let's do the... yeah, this is not going to be enough space. I'm going to need 1 more out. There we go. Now I have to D-zone the bathroom. I can make it larger, and this is now going to work. Alright, so toilet, 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 toilet. Toilet, urinal. And sinks. Hand dryers, and I don't think I need quite that many sinks. We'll put that urinal back in. And a hand dryer. Alright, now for the ladies. They don't need a urinal. There we go. Perfect. Now let's build the doors. Right there. And a door right there, which actually means that I can demolish you 3, put in 1 extra sink, and have everything work out. Perfect. So there's my bathroom. Alright. 2 bathrooms now good to go. Now we need to build a staff area. It might be better to build the staff's area within the security zone, but I think for the moment I'm just going to block it out right here. Oh, I need a door. Put it there. Create a staff zone. And in this staff zone, we will put in... we will give them a couple of plants. Seating, let's give them a couple of nice sofas here. And I can be able to do it quite the way I wanted to here. Like that, let's build. There was a laptop desk. Where the heck did I see that thing? I think I'm gonna need chairs for that. Let's do this. A couple of chairs for you guys. A couple of tables. Boom. Low quality stuff. Alright, so we still have a bit of room in here. Let's build another sofa there. Let's give you a recliner there. And then we'll give you a couple more nice seats there. Okay, that's my staff room. Yep. Alright, so that's that taken care of. So now that's most of the front-end infrastructure done, which allows me to begin hiring some staff. So let's do staff in a minute, actually, because I need to build the actual airport side of things. So what'll happen is passengers will get dropped off at the bus stops. They'll come across the crosswalks. Need to make sure I actually have pathing there. They will come in my airport. They can talk to the information desk. They can see the arrival departure screens. They will come congregate in these seats, where they will then hit check-in as necessary. Once they're done with check-in, they will come up here to go through the security lines. Excuse me, we'll only open the first two. And then once they go through security, they will need to hit the actual secure part of the airport, where we will have the main terminals or airport sections. So that's what we are going to build now. I am going to build this not very large right now because I don't need much out of it. Alright, so alright, this is going to be a little funky. I haven't built one quite like this before. This is going to be all my GA stuff. Yes. Of course, I put my checkpoint on the other side. That sucks. I may have to move my checkpoint. Anyway. Alright, so let's bulldoze you. And you. Put my wall in. We're going to need to delete you guys. See, I like how it gives me my money back for those things. There we go. Alright, now let's come back here to security. Dang it. And I need to de-zone that. Because once you come into security, you're in security. Okay, secure zone. Take out the wall. Alright. So now come down here a ways. Now I'm going to need to make this bigger in some areas, but I'm trying to plot out because I have to build these airport parking sections here, and then I have to build terminal, or not terminal, but I have to build taxiways for them to actually maneuver past the airport, and then I have to find a way for people to get back out of security into the airport again. And that is my potential problem here, because I've built this corridor that I don't know if it's going to work out quite right. And I really don't want my passengers just walking outside of the airport here. So I may fill this in to do shops and seating. Yeah, I think that might work best, but actually, so how much room am I actually going to have here to do this? Because I'm going to need a bit of space for the taxiway. I think I can pull this off. Alright, so let's come back here and do my terminal exits. This is probably going to be a mess. We'll see. I'm not exactly sure how well this will or will not work. Alright, let's delete you. Security, exit. Alright, so let's put you there, and we can do... Let's plonk you right there. Let's see, then I can do all of that down. Alright, now I can build a simple wall back. Let's do airport bulldozing. Alright, now let's come back in and build this. Guess I should have just left it where it was. Oh well. What a mess. What a mess. We'll clean it up. Alright, so we can delete you, all of you, and all of you. Come back into the walls, build you out, and build you out. There's my exit. Perfect. Oops. Okay, so there's my return from security. Alright, now, in order to get planes in, we're going to have to do two things. So now I have even more room. I can bring the terminal over a little bit, but actually I think this is a good spot, and then on this side I still have a good amount of room for that. And then I think I can plonk my runway in way out here. Okay, there's my runway. There's my entrance and my exit. Alright, so I don't want to block everything off because I need room to get my vehicles around. Yes, I think this will work out fairly nicely. That doesn't give me a lot of space actually for that amount of spots actually. Yeah, that ain't gonna cut it. I'd like to do that thing, but it's just not gonna work. So let's bring the terminal in a little bit, because I can actually build some of my utility structures back there. Let's do that, because I am going to need to put in a lot of vehicle structures and things out there, and I don't want to screw myself on that one. I would like to put these here, but I don't think it's gonna fly. Okay. Done. Let's T-zone you, and let's rezone all of this. Boom. Perfect. Now I gotta get my roads in. So first and foremost, I don't think I'm actually gonna be able to have you there for now. Let's do this. We're just going to build a low quality road. Up there. Okay. That will be that for now. That gives me 4 stands to start taking contracts and running planes. We are going to need to build a taxiway here, which this actually isn't going to work quite the way I had hoped. Ruddy heck. This isn't going to work out at all the way I wanted it to. Because I don't have enough room for my taxiways. I'm going to have to tone this down and pull this back. Alright, let's build this. Really? That one stupid thing is killing me? You suck. Well, fine. Let's do it this way. Extend that wall by 1. I'm going to need a new check-in desk. Right there. Alright, so I guess that'll give us some room to play with. Screw that. Let's just put it in the right area. So much for symmetricality. I've already hosed it. Let's just leave it hosed. Alright, so this whole wall. This is a monumental waste of space. Let me think on this for a minute and come right back. Okay. I think we got it now. So I kind of redesigned a lot of aspects of this. I'm going to use this section here in the middle. I'm not going to do anything with it for now, but long term I will utilize this area here for some of my commercial offices and stuff. I block it off as restaurants and things like that. I'll put some doors and stuff on it and turn it into kind of a nice place to hang out and eat. But for now, dang it, it's just gonna sit here empty, which is fine by me. Alright, so I think we are ready to start building. You can see I redid my stands. It's a little glitched. You can see how many times I had to redo them. So I've only got 4 small stands right now, but what's going to happen on the other side up here is I can also build some stands as well. So I should be able to plonk down several more parking spots. 1, 2, 3 for now. I'll be able to do a 4th one. I can probably cut into that a little bit, and I still have some space down here that I can fill in, but I do want to utilize this area to store certain things and structures, so I might need, if I could find it, airport, a vehicle depot. You can see this sucker is going to take up the whole space, so things like that are what I'm going to want to try and tuck away back here in the corner. And at some point I will also have a fuel depot and things like that I'm going to need to extend out as well, and that will probably go over there quite nicely. Okay, well, this isn't going to want to be my friend. I see. Let's see if I can do a one-way road. I don't think this is going to work, which ruins my plans. I may have to demolish some of this and shrink it. In fact, you know what? Let's just do it. I don't need all that. The heck with this place. Let's leave that. But let's come here, demolish, and we will demolish one complete section. I don't like that. I don't want to take that out. Ooh, wrong delete tool. Let's do that. Boom. Boom. And then we will come back in here with you. Up to you. And then here we can demolish you. And now here we can complete the ensemble. Down and over. Alright, so... I need to move it in by 2. 1, 2. Alright, security, exit. There we go. Everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. There we go. Alright, security exit is now redone. We can plonk our road down. We can build our vehicle depot. Now that it has plenty of extra space, thank you. Rid of these excess walls that I no longer need. Alright, now there's one more vehicle or building that we have not yet put in, and that's a tower. We need to put a tower in this place somewhere and give it a place to hang out. So I think what we will do is plop it down here, because that'll give us, actually it's going to have to go here for the roads to come in. Boom, 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 boom. Perfect. So there's our small tower. Everything's pretty much ready at this point, so now I'm going to let this build so that we can see the stands properly. Yeah, you're not built right. We need to fix that. Get rid of that. Back down to taxiways, and I think we might be able to rebuild this entire one here. There we go. There we go. Hey, hey. Perfect. Alright, so they're going to get to work building. And once these are actually built, we can start building our stands and get things going on that front. While they're going crazy down there, let's get some staff. So, janitor, who's the cheapest? You are. We're going to start with just the one janitor. I'm going to need a service technician to fix stuff that breaks. Lowest common denominator. Ramp agents. These guys are critical. These are the ones that are going to actually turn around the aircraft out on the runways. We're going to wait and see if we can get some more of those. These are the people that are going to be the gate agents, essentially. So we'll get started with them. And security. These are the guys that are going to stand at the front and wave people through security. Let's hire you guys. Alright, things are getting built. You can see the employee room is quite nice. You're pissed because you probably can't get to your job. I don't like this, how it always requires 2 people to man that. So hopefully we can get some new contracts in. No, dang it. I've done that so many times. I did not want to fire that person. Alright, we're going to have to spend some money on some of these guys. Alright, there we go. So, things are going well. Good, there's my security stuff getting built. You, I'm going to close. So the 2 I want open are actually busy right now. Actually, it might be nice to have the other 2 going, but we're going to close you now. Here we go. Alright, so they're getting busy building. I don't have any lights out in the front, but that's okay. I will deal with that later. Let's build some lines. So when you select these, you can right click. Some of this stuff's not in place yet, but you can change the color, rename it, move it, adjust it, fix it, all that good stuff. But what I care about right here is build queue. This will allow me to actually build the line that ticket customers will get to go through. And if you do it wrong, you hit Control and you can delete the last section and then just start going again. There we go. See? Nice little queue. Boom. Let's do the same thing here. I think this one's going to get to be a bit wider. End it there, and you. Yeah, these two will be the ones that we'll use. Well, we're going to need all three of them eventually, but that's alright. There we go. Alright, so there's our queue for those. Let's get this going now. Same deal here. We don't have a lot of room. And up front, these long lines seem a little unnecessary. But to be actually honest, in the other one, once I started getting medium planes, I had 3 lines open, and I was actually filling those suckers up while the folks came in. It was quite surprising. Let's go this way. So having a good, well thought out queuing system works, and you can do longer lines up and all that. I just, whatever. Maybe for the other 2 on the sides I'll do that. And what I mean by that is we will do Nope, I can build one more spot on you. There we go. And that one went to the left, so we'll do this opposite on this one. There we go. So there's my security queues. I have 2 open, the others are closed right now. Alright, so decor. Let's get some lights out here. Let's plonk one there and there. And I guess I could have just done that. That would have been better. Oh well. I have odd shaped doors anyway, so let's do one there and one there. There we go. That'll put some light on it. Lots of crates for people to come work on. Once we get going on this, we'll end up with more contracts and more to do. We're almost ready to start building the actual stands for the airport now, which is great. Now we got to build our taxiway lights, get some airland contracts, we can actually start doing some stuff. So most of my staff can't do squat. Let's actually see if I can hire some more. Let's go to hire before I start deleting people again. Yay, I can hire some more folks. You're cheap. Let's go to ramp agents. Hire and hire. Okay. And then under job tasks, we can see our surplus. So we have 1 fix-it dude, 1 janitor, security staff is fine. Airport staff is good. We have a surplus. We got 5 ramp agents. That's nowhere near enough. We need more ramp agents. Staff. Hire. Can I get any more of these guys at a reasonable price? These are not folks that you cannot have enough of, because the ramp agents are the ones who are actually going to start doing most of the work. Okay, now this is where things are going to start getting a little fun. So we now need to start building our boarding desks. And there's multiple ways that you can build and design these. I have found that you need to build things in a way that allow you to actually create some space. So I'm going to put this one there. I am then going to come in and put a medium-sized door to get out. And then just because it's pretty, I like to put a nice large window there, and that window also gives me space to put in some seating. And you see I can't build up any farther because then I run out of space. And then in order to keep my place clean, I want to put a trash can in. And that is now one area ready to go. So if I repeat the process, I can come here, go to medium door, it's going to be one below. Then I can come to my desk, get my boarding desk. I should probably put you in one, so before they come and build you, I've found that building them with one room or one distance between them allows people to actually move between them. And that's actually very important. Otherwise people will get stuck and they will get annoyed. Should be 4 between, yep. Alright, let's build some more seats. We plonk you there, you there, you there, and that's the only spots I got. Alright, next, let's come here, build a nice medium door. And we'll build a nice large window with 4 spaces between us. Come back in, build our boarding desk. Flush with that, we need to create a larger security zone. Good, make sure these doors all have security zones, otherwise passengers will not be able to exit them, and that is a big problem. One there, one there, one there, and we're done. Last one. Medium door. Medium window, and this is where I'm going to run out of space, I think. Because, yeah, I can't really do that. So let's do lower quality here. And what I can do is stack a couple of these. Let's not do you. And then I can come back and do you and you, and we'll have some extra space. Desks, what am I looking for? Boarding desk, right there. Alright, so there's my 4 boarding desks here ready to go. I will need to start with this so that we can get the airport running. So first and foremost, you can see it tries to auto assign them to each one. You can come in here and name it, and I will do so here in a minute. I will start at the bottom, and this will be my small stand 1. So SS-1, SS-2, -3, 4. This helps you kind of figure out what goes where, and you'll see in a moment when we go to contracts. SS-5, 6, 7. Okay, we've got everything built. Let's pause the menu before we go broke again. Alright, so now you are... I can't really rename you right now, and that's okay. Alright, so we have everything good to go. We just need to pick what flights we're going to take here. So down here we will do both general and all of that. I don't have a need for a baggage claim right now. I don't care. These guys now need to have their ramps built. So, following a similar premise to what we just did on the other side, let's put you there. Separated by 4, medium. Separated by 4, medium. And separated by 4. And it looks like I got the sizing just about right. 2, 1, 2. Perfect. I can plonk a trash can in there. Why not? Let's give you a nice little plant. Make sure my security zone is extended out. I don't really need you being a security zone anymore. Alright, so we're good on that front. In case I open you up, you need to be a security zone. Alright, let's get the ramp, or the desks in. Boom, boom. 1 and 1. Let's build in the rest of my seating here. 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. 1 there, and 1 there. Alright, so airport is good to go. Let's get that going again so that they can build that. And while they're going nuts on that, let's get the taxiways finished. So let's bring you down all the way up and connect you. Okay, this is going to be a one-way in. This is going to be a one-way out. Perfect. And then this is going to be a one-way down. Actually, I think I want to do it here. And then you can be two ways. There we go. This way planes from here can't go this way. They will all have to come down here to the bottom of the runway and go. And then here, we'll set this to do the same. And up here, it'll split over and come over to these guys, because I haven't yet done the taxiways just yet for them, which is fine. Not necessary at the moment. Let's finish getting the taxiways going so that we can at least get the airport open. There we go. Airport should be good. Alright, so airport's there. We've got all of our aviation types. Let's open the stand, open the stand, and open the stand. Okay, so now we need to start getting, oops, I need economy contracts. Alright, so the airport's not opened yet. I need to actually open the airport.